checking the sound. What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and DJ freaks? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Dano Crypto. Welcome to the live stream today. Hope you guys are feeling well. Merry Christmas still. It's still Merry Christmas for like a whole nother like week or 2 weeks. So you can still say Merry Christmas. We're still in the season. So just because we passed Christmas Day doesn't mean you can not carry on the Christmas spirit all the way into the new year, which we are just days away, guys. We are just days away from going into maybe one of the craziest years that we will ever see in crypto, because I think this is when we're going to see the biggest altcoin season, guys. So smash up the like button, put some emojis in the chat, put your pepes in the chat if you agree with me that we are about to see one of the craziest altcoin seasons that we've ever seen before. And so I think we're on the cusp of it, but it doesn't come without some of its volatility, guys. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get into maybe why Dogecoin is trending right now, and that being one of the altcoins and blue chip meme coins that we are going to talk about today, and why it might be a good coin to hold even long term and to have as a potential big trade with Elon Musk and Ramaswamy running the Department of Government Efficiency, which has the acronym DOGE. So DOGE, when Trump actually takes office in January 20th, which is coming up in just like 30 days, 35 days or so, we're going to have Trump inaugurated as the 47th president of the United States. And then we have a bullish crypto administration that has been appointed by the Trump team, primarily, for the most part, 90% almost bullish on crypto. And there's some odd ends here and there, but for the most part, I think there's still some Operation Choke Point hanging on by a thread. But hopefully, when we go into this first year of a Trump administration, we'll get better regulation. We have Charles Hoskinson, and the former Binance CEO is going to be part of the this crypto czar kind of crypto advisory council. David Sachs is going to be as the AI crypto czar. So there's a lot of people that are very knowledgeable in the space that are going to be helping this team hopefully do it right, and people aren't going to get sued, and maybe we'll have less taxes on crypto in the United States. So with the Department of Government Efficiency kind of combing through everything and hopefully saving the American taxpayer some money, we'll be able to get some of that money back, and we'll be able to invest in our people, and we'll be able to invest in our businesses and invest in crypto, because I think right now, guys, it's really important that we keep a lot of that innovation and all of this crypto stuff, a lot of it happening in America. Like we should be having the biggest crypto conferences in America. Like we should be having a token 2049, or we should be having the largest ones ever seen here in America, and have them happen more frequently. And we've even thought about starting our own kind of locally where we live, start at small scale, but just to get more of this adoption, get people on the cusp of what is inevitably the use of blockchain in every aspect of what we kind of what we do. And it just seems like it's the direction that we're going. So we're going to get into some of these altcoins that we think might be some of the good ones to hold, that might be used by these institutions and used by big money, whether it be for speculation alone, or if they're actually going to use these cryptos, like the hope of XRP. For instance, XRP. The hope is that it'll be used by the banking systems. It'll be used by to replace the SWIFT banking system, and then XRP will fly, and there you go. That might be an option for you. For us, I don't really hold that. If I were to pick and say, hey, someone's going to give me a choice between Dogecoin and XRP, I'm probably going to pick Dogecoin, and there's multiple reasons for it. There's the Elon factor. There's the X payments factor. There is I think retail, if they were asked that same question, or if they were given the choice, or if they even just weren't given any choices and just or given just like maybe a list of 10 coins, and Dogecoin was in there, XRP was in there, Chainlink, Ethereum, Solana, all of these coins, Tron, like whatever's in the top 10, the top 10, top 15 coins. I think the retail investor or the average person, who, whatever you want to call them, normie, we have a lot of names for them, people that aren't in crypto, we call those people poor. But all jokes aside, I think they would pick Dogecoin. That's just my honest opinion. And I'm curious, what do you guys think? Do you think in a list of 10 coins, I think Dogecoin would be the one that would be picked the most and percentage-wise out of all of them? And I think that was very telling in the last run with Dogecoin and how much it started to get in kind of the retail hive mind. And so we don't want to discount Doge for actually gaining even more market cap and getting maybe into $100 billion market cap and surpassing something like XRP, even though XRP is trying to do and accomplish all of these things, which they will. But Dogecoin, with what it is, and the most ironic outcome could be what everyone on X uses whenever X becomes a full-on everything app, where it has X payments, it has, everything that it already has right now. Add on the X payments layer, and how Elon has already solidified that Dogecoin is obviously his favorite crypto, that it will be used on X payments. And so I'm going to hold Doge instead of XRP. I feel like Doge has more of a market cap increase than what XRP could have. I could be crazy for saying that, but you guys might actually feel the same way. So I'm going to bet not against the retail hive mind, but I'm going to bet on it. And that's why I even think Cardano will do really well and could be a ultimate hold better than something like XRP. You got Charles at the helm. You have the tech. You have the DeFi. Everything is set up for Cardano to do well. But now that we kind of went through just a bit of the altcoins, let's actually look at BTC right now, because BTC, if you're wondering why it's dumping and why it has been dumping, is the sell-off, the outflows in the ETF. So now that Bitcoin has more volatility due to the nature of the institutional money now essentially controlling the price of whether it's going to be bullish or bearish. Now all we have to do is look and see how much is inflowing into Bitcoin and how much is outflowing in terms of the ETF. So the price recently, over the past couple weeks, was nothing but inflows and barely any outflows at all. And so that could have been the metric for us to keep on track of saying, okay, we've had a lot of inflows coming into the ETF. There might be a point where we're going to get overbought and we're going to hit a point where we capitulate and we start to go down. But it's hard to always tell because it was inflowing for weeks. So at what point are you going to see it where it's going to stop? And so we're going to look at the chart here. And we've seen that obviously, the past couple days through the weekend, up until the point of Thursday to almost about the end of the week, we had the S&P 500 going down, and now it's starting to recover. It's made a V-shaped recovery here. You can see. So the stock market did open up a little, for the most part, green. And then gold is trying to recover back. It went down pretty hard, almost to the level that we were calling, and now it's trying to get back up there. We got the Russell that's making also a recovery, and you can see that ETH dominance just kind of got smashed again. And let's look at BTC. So BTC is doing some really interesting stuff with that manipulation, I think, more or less with the ETFs, the inflows stopping. We had a lot more selling pressure than we've had buying, but we've also had a lot of buying as well. Even on Monday, we had Michael Saylor buy a good portion of Bitcoin. It was about $500 million. No big deal. No big deal. We're over here just trying to buy the dip, and then we're thinking we're going to become crazy rich, and then our salary comes in and is just like whacks us on the head. But then also at the same time, our salary is getting whacked with inflation. So what do? Well, you start to kind of build up a normal strategy, an everyday strategy of paying off debt, accumulating, dollar cost averaging, figuring out exactly what you want to invest in, and diversifying into an allocated portfolio. You're not like all in on one thing. You're not all in on Pepe. As much as that sounds fun, and it would be a lot of fun to just go all in on Pepe. I mean, if you did that a year and a half ago, I mean, you would have done really well. But it's high risk, but with a high reward, you can still get a high risk downside. But if you're willing to risk it, that's with any investing. So even with the 60-30-10 rule, you have to be willing to, even with 60-30-10, losing 100% of it. Because that is the risk of investing. Nothing is guaranteed. But you can at least know that with Bitcoin's history and some of these cryptos, the altcoins are some of it's a different story. They haven't been out as long, but they're starting to establish themselves, like Dogecoin, ETH. All of these cryptos are starting to establish themselves and starting to provide 7-year cycles, 4-year to 7-year cycles. Now that we can look at the charts from a longer standpoint, so we know that Bitcoin is over time something that is good to hold through a bear market, and also as of course through a bull market. But altcoins are great to hold through a bull market. And to accumulate, you have to take profits aggressively on the altcoins if it's the your 30-10 rule. And then what are you actually going to take profits back into to hold through to the next phase up, or through the next phase where it just completely goes sideways? It might be Bitcoin. And then stable coins, Bitcoin. It's like your crypto savings account. That's kind of how I start to think about it now when I'm analyzing how I want to have my portfolio. Kind of be a little more heavy Bitcoin, have some of the alts, have all the DeFi tokens, whatever your niche is at this moment, or what you should be following, which could be AI, crypto, gaming, memes, and then just go from there. All right, so let's keep looking at Bitcoin here, because we had a really interesting pump on Christmas. We actually had a nice Christmas pump, and we immediately got rejected right on the 20 SMA here, which just did not work out. It did not work out. But this is a great, like Headband is saying, he's saying buy. He said fight, buy. This is a great time to buy. I mean, when Bitcoin goes down, look, alts, of course, they get smashed. Look, Bitcoin only went down 3% it really didn't go down that much compared to where it was. And even from here, 10%, it's not too bad. Or sorry, it's a little more than 10%. But from here, about 13%. It's not terrible, but man, that 3% will bring the alts down 11%. Look, Me token, 11%. Radium down 10%. Athena down 10%. STG, 10%. Aave, 10%. Brett was going. Brett was about to hit 15 cents again and got smashed. Now it's looking like it's going right back down to the previous support of 11 cents. But look, Ponky down. Everything is down. You're getting a good discount. So if you believe in these things, if you believe in these tokens, and these are some of the things that you're following, I'm just listing kind of what I'm following. You know, FTM. Look, FTM and the Sonic Labs. There's some bullish stuff about it. Let's see, what was it? Let me see. What was it? I know it was, Sonic Labs update. Yeah, I mentioned Sonic Labs. New feature allowing swaps between FTM and the S tokens, enhancing liquidity and utility within their ecosystem. So if you're bullish on FTM, and then also the Sonic Labs, that is something super bullish. So we're keeping track on this. I mean, this is mega great buy. Let's see. Also, Near Protocol. I mean, but everything is getting kind of smashed here. You got Polkadot's getting a little smashed. We were just at $7. We were just there. We were not, and then everything is kind of getting smashed right now. But hold on just a second, guys. Hold on. Yo, sorry guys. thought my daughter was escaping out the front door. Just had to double check just to make sure. Heard the door shut. I'm like, it's Christmas break, y'all. All right, so I'm looking at the comments. Carnage Champion said XRP made me richer and I will stick to it. The thing is, I'm not down in XRP. I think XRP is most likely going to do really well, and it's probably going to go to $5, but there probably is going to be some decent sell pressure. If we've seen historically what XRP had done when it hit all-time highs, it stayed down for a long time. And that was always the gripe, I think, of people getting into XRP, or the joke of XRP of it being kind of forever a stable coin, whilst there were other projects and other things that were coming out, and you could be investing in that. And that's kind of always the nature of the game to begin with, is that yes, there's always going to be new tokens coming out. There's always going to be something that you could get into. You could even say, hey, you would have taken any of your XRP that you had and then speculated into Shiba Inu when before it, at the point where it came out and said it was going to be the Doge killer, you could say, oh, well, I'll bet a little bit on that to maybe see if it would be a Doge killer. And then it ended up doing really well. And even just having a portion of whatever you were holding with XRP, you could then, if you still believe in XRP and you like XRP and you just want to hold it just because you want to hold it, then you would have even more money to be able to buy more XRP because you took a little bit and put it into SHIB. You could even use that same kind of concept and think Pepe. You're like, oh my gosh, of course. And then you just hold it and just actually hold it for long enough to be able to see what it could do. Because people that bought things like SHIB in early days and Pepe were able to actually hold it and only just buy a couple $100, were able to turn that into a massive amounts of liquidity to then be able to then buy your build up your portfolio of your fundamental stuff like Litecoin and AVAX and Chainlink and then I really kind of like paying attention to sometimes the layer 2s that they're being used a lot, but they don't get mentioned very much, like Optimism, because Coinbase uses Optimism. So as kind of like the layer stack for base chain, they use Optimism. And then Brett, because of the unofficial mascot of Coinbase. But guys, all right. I hope you had a really good Christmas. I had a great Christmas. I was up like at 5 a.m., crusty eyes in front of the tree doing the presents, but it was still fun. And then I didn't take any naps or anything like that. So I kind of just like by the end of the night, I was like, my eyes were just, I could not keep them open. They were like bloodshot. I was like, it looked terrible. My wife had to like lead me into the room like an old man. Slept pretty good. But I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys had a good time and got to do the presents thing and hang out with family, talk about crypto. Let's see. Andrew. Yo, what's up, Andrew? Andrew says, I'm shocked how much Act and Peanut Hippo are getting battered. Not sure they will recover. Oh yeah, let's see. Let's look at Peanut. How bad is Peanut down? Well, Peanut got hit pretty hard due to the IP thing. So if you guys are familiar with the whole Peanut situation, and then people, made a few tokens. There was multiple Peanut tokens, but this particular Peanut token that got listed on the big exchanges ended up getting picked up, like for instance, like Binance, and then the owner of Peanut the squirrel sued Binance over the IP issue because they didn't own, this is intellectual property. And so I'm not exactly sure how that lawsuit is playing out right now, but it is real. And so that is I think a lot of things in crypto, especially with the meme coins, there's all the, the IPs, the copyright issues, legal issues. And so I kind of think about that sometimes. I'm like, man, there's so much like different kind of red tape and different like, rules, boundaries. It's almost like how when rappers and DJs were using portions of songs as samples, and there's only like, you can't use the whole, there's only certain amounts that you can use. It's like a certain amount of seconds, and there's like so many different things that you have to keep track of in terms of copywriting and the legalities of it, the intellectual property stuff. So, so that's happening right now, and I think that might have pushed the price down a little bit. That might have pushed a little bit of FUD on the actual token itself. So yeah, it got beat down pretty hard. could go back to zero, if you think about it. In terms of zero, meaning like to here. But who knows? Who knows? But we got people like Alex Becker saying, hey, the squirrel might actually do well, but I don't know. I'd rather, like, for instance, like if I'm going to actually keep, because I don't want to hold a basket of, a giant basket of these meme coins. I only want to invest in some of the ones that I have attracted to, and I feel like I've just kind of gotten into my mind space. One of them being Brett, one of them being Ponky. Also Pepe. And Ticker Bitcoin. These just, I guess, resonate more with me personally. And I think that is also what is a good pick for a type of community crypto coin meme coin, clan, guild, whatever you want to call it. Especially with the ticker Bitcoin community with the Sprotos, you kind of feel like you're in this guild, like an old school style guild, like World of Warcraft style. Like once a Sproto, always a Sproto. Once you start holding ticker Bitcoin, you're like, okay, I think I understand now. But the chart's holding up, though. I like that it's holding up. You know, it did get a nice little dash down. But I love that we flipped this right here, this resistance. We're turning these resistance points right here into support, which is going to send us to, I think, the next target, which is about 52 cents if we're looking at ticker Bitcoin. 52 cents. It's looking really good. 52 cents on ticker Bitcoin's looking good. All right, so I'm curious, guys, if you're in the live stream right now, make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you are checking out all of the links in the description. Looking really good. I don't know if you noticed and can guess what the background is of my thumbnail. If you try, I want to see if you guys can guess what the background image of my thumbnail is. Let's see if someone can get it. All right, so yeah, check out all of this. So look, 3 main links, guys. I have just 3 main links of my favorite exchanges. They're COINFLARE, PHEMEX, and OURBIT. Those are my top favorite, hands down, features-wise, bonuses-wise, support-wise, all those things, super helpful. Check those out. If you want to directly support the channel, this is the best way to do it. And also it shows good metrics for, you know, all the things. Everyone wants to see metrics. They're all about the metrics. The metrics, these people. All right, so and then the centralized exchanges, the big ones like crypto.com and Coinbase, those are the ones that I use because they have debit cards and all the things, and they both have their aspects of why I use Coinbase or why I use crypto.com. If you're in the United States or not in the United States, you can use these links. So check it out. And I want to mention that we do have Bitcoin conference tickets links. So if you use my link and you are going to the Bitcoin conference that is happening the 27th through the 29th in May in Las Vegas, make sure you apply the code Dano. You apply the code Dano and you get 10% off the tickets. And this is if you're getting the whale pass, if you're getting the industry pass, festival pass, whichever one you're getting. And make sure that you know that the festival pass is only for the last 2 days. It's not the first day. So the industry day is the first day. That is the industry pass. So just know if you're wanting to go to all 3 days, you have to get the industry pass. If you get the whale pass, you get to do everything. You get to get in all the back rooms. You get to get in all the whale areas. You get to see all the who's who walking around. You get closer to the stage. You get all the things. So if you want to go in baller status, but make sure if you're going to buy the whale pass, I mean, you got to use the link. So check that out. Make sure you're doing that. And if there's any other links I want you guys to check out, I think that's it. Yeah, just make sure that, I mean, you got plenty of time to buy these tickets, but if you're going to go to the Bitcoin conference, make sure you're using my link in this description. All right, so I wanted to mention that there is some heavy liquidation levels happening at 99,000 Bitcoin because of the nature of the shorts that were put in. So any of these shorts that are going to get liquidated, they're going to get liquidated at around this level. And then also we have some levels here at 97 Let's see, 97. If we're looking at Bitcoin right now, because we are sitting at 96. Yeah, there's also some heat at 97,000 right here, right in this level. But right now we're really trying to hold. It's really trying to hold right now on this particular level on Bitcoin. Looks like we formed a little head here. If we're looking at the 4 hour, doesn't look too good. It means we could just literally go back down to 92,000 again. If you're looking at this chart, we could easily do this again. That would be so lame, but it is what it is. We got the Christmas pump, and now we're getting the after Christmas dump. We're in the customer service line at Walmart right now trying to return items. And the line is almost out the door. And you've been standing there for a really long time. This is what's happening. People are trying to return their Bitcoin. They were happy. They got their presents on Christmas. And then they said, you know what? It doesn't, it's not working. I don't want it. Nope. BlackRock and all the people that bought the ETFs, they said, nope, I don't want it. Nope. We're turning it back. All right, so let me show you guys the trades right now. The trades, we have the Pepe trade open still. We got the Doge trade open still. We opened up a Polkadot trade because we think that Polkadot actually, we're trying to take the hint of CoinMarketCap. I'll show you guys CoinMarketCap. It's the only crypto that has its own little animation. And it's the only crypto that they're promoting right now, this Polkadot 2.0. Right here on the main website of CoinMarketCap. So we thought to ourselves, also the chart, if we're looking at the chart, we have these two price points at $10.50 and at $11.50 that we are eyeing for some take profit levels. And I think even past those levels, I think Polkadot, if we're looking at its all-time high from the last cycle, all-time high was $55. So, it went up two different times. You know, you think right here in this level right here, it really pushed high. I remember I kind of picked and choose. I was like, what am I going to buy, Cardano or am I going to buy Polkadot? I ended up choosing Cardano, and I bought like a little bit of Polkadot, but I regret not buying more because it was about at this point here where I was like, oh, you know, I started going in more into Cardano right here, and then I just see it just starts going. $53. I was like, wow. First mistake, but it's okay. But do you think Polkadot will be able to get back to its previous all-time highs at like $42, at $52? What do you guys think? Put some P's in the chat. Put some P's in the chat if you think Polkadot could get back to those levels. I think they could. I think it's possible. It's definitely possible. Okay, we do have DOT. I thought we had DOT on the chart. All right, Staycom says yes. Yes, it is possible. We'd have to look at this on the weekly. Yeah, I mean, you see how it really broke out nice out of this downtrend here. We had it marked previously. It had a really nice downtrend. I mean, God, in October, this was such a steal. Oh my, $3.74. That was just a massive steal. And so we see it went down as low as $6, gained support off of that $6 right there. eyeing those two levels right here. Yeah, I mean it did really well in the previous cycle. This is one of the coins I remembered it just did really well. So if you think right now, I mean even right now, yeah, it'd be a good buy. If it pushed up even close to its previous all-time highs, that is a really good return. I mean, that's a 700% move to the upside, getting back to its previous all-time highs. So, yeah, Alessandro says, I think 5x from now. So yeah, that's kind of my list. If you haven't figured out the list by now, it's Polkadot, ETH, Cardano, Sol. I think are all really going to do well in terms of altcoins. Chainlink. I think Chainlink has it definitely at least the potential just to get back to its all-time high, which that's still a good move to the upside, 155. I think tokens like Sand, I think are going to do well. Some of these old metaverse tokens. If that gets up to its all-time high, man, that would be crazy. That would be pretty nuts. But guys, after this live stream is over, I want you to, in the comment section, put what coins you've been looking at and what you are acquiring for your crypto bags going into 2025. I want to know, because maybe there's something that I need to check out that is in your list that is not in my list, and then we can cover it on the channel. But the boss girl, the boss lady, I think is saying, she's like, yeah, wrap it up. She's like, wrap it up. But yeah, now we're going to now we're going to go play. Now we're going to go play. It's play time. All right, guys. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for stopping by the channel. Really do appreciate it. Have a little joker. All right. Well, you can't come on camera. They already hear you laughing. You're funny. Oh, well, now you're snorting. Now you're snorting like a pig. Oh my gosh. Oh no. All right, guys. Well, have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping by, and we're gonna go tickle this kid. No. All right. Peace out, guys.